स्पॉटलाइट में आपका स्वागत है। मैं हूं आपकी होस्ट अमीता। Join me weekly as we try to inspire you with success stories from our amazing guests. Beauty, brains, charisma, and a humble personality. It's rare to find all these qualities in the same person at the same time. आज के हमारे अतिथि में ये चारों गुण हैं. A Canadian actress, model, talk show host, mentor, and philanthropist. She is the reigning Miss India Canada. It's my honor to welcome to our show Miss Tanpreet Parmar. Tanpreet, it's amazing to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me. It's such a pleasure being on the show today.
Congratulations on your
Thank
title.
you.
And we are so excited to find out what you're going to do with that title.
With my title,
Yeah.
yes, there's so much.
Yeah, there's lots to do, and she's a powerhouse of talent. But उससे पहले जानेंगे कुछ आपके बारे में, about your growing up.
Yeah, so I was actually born in Hong Kong, and I moved to Vancouver when I was 5 years old. As a kid, I was a tomboy, so I didn't really do anything very girly. I wasn't into pageants or anything that I do today. Really nice. It was really nice just being in Vancouver, growing up there with my family, and I have 2 older sisters, a younger brother, so we have a really big family. And I had always been interested in television as a kid, so I would always watch TV shows, and I would like flip through magazines, and I would say to myself, how cool would it be to just be in there, like to be on a TV show or just to be in a magazine. And when I grew up, I didn't really start doing any modeling or acting till I was about 16. I got lucky. I just happened to go do my first fashion show. My mom was organizing an event, and we had a vendor hosting a fashion show. He was looking for a model, and my mom just suggested I do it. So he said, okay, sure, I'll take your daughter. I went in, did my walk, and he said, I'll take you. And when I was 16 years old, that's when I did my very first modeling gig, and my whole entire modeling career just kind of went out from there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But that was a passion you wanted to pursue,
Yeah.
and it's great to hear that there was support from your mom.
Yeah.
But is that something you were also doing in school, or were you?
No, so I actually completed my high school and everything and went into human resource management. I'm still finishing my degree right now. I have 1 year left. So I'm a business student, and modeling and acting, pageantry, it's my passion. It's always been a passion of mine. I don't play any sports, so I never grew up playing any sports or anything like that. I did used to dance, so I did hip hop. I was on a Bhangra team for 2 years. That was fun. So I did that, and then modeling and acting would be my sport.
That everybody
Yeah.
has their own, passion or hobby,
Yeah.
and I love the fact that you're keeping up with your academics and not letting that stop you from pursuing your passions as well.
Oh, definitely.
So amazing! Congratulations
Thank you.
once again.
Yeah, I think you should be able to do everything you want to do. If you really want to do something, you'll make time for it.
Now, we did hear that your mom was supportive of, right from the start when you got that first gig. But I have to wonder, a lot of us South Asian women, we are always pushed into traditional roles and say, that's what you need to stick with. Did you face any such challenges?
No, one thing I'm really grateful for is that I have a very supportive family. And another thing that I've learned is that people do have a perception about the entertainment industry. So, there's always good and bad things that you hear about everything. And my advice to anybody is that, it's really important to keep your family and your parents involved, because any decision you make in your life, and any decision I've made in my life involves my parents, right? Especially growing up as a kid. I'm a 16-year-old and I want to model. But, in that case, my parents were always supportive, and if you're keeping them more involved, they actually know what's going on. And in fact, I don't pick any of my photos, my parents do that. So I will send all my pictures to them, and I'll say, can you guys pick the best one? And when you keep your parents involved, when you have that communication, they have a better understanding of what you're doing, and they'll learn to love it too. So I'm really grateful for the support, and I haven't faced many challenges being a South Asian myself. My family's really easygoing and really supportive with that.
Love it. The word you use, communication, and that's sometimes what we lack, I think, in our families. you might have something you're passionate about, but don't be afraid to communicate it through.
Yeah, completely. I think that's one thing parents and children lack nowadays is that communication, and it's really important. And if you simply just tell them this is what I like doing, they're not going to hate you for it. I think people like to think as kids, we think, oh no, they're not going to support it, but it's like you'll never know unless you try.
Very well said. So somebody who is pursuing business, pursuing the entertainment industry on the side, but somebody who also has a heart of gold. She was in fact crowned Miss Charity BC in 2014.
Yes,
congratulations.
I was. Thank you so much.
Tell us a little bit more about how that came about.
Yeah, so I actually decided to do my very first pageant while I was modeling and acting. So I thought it would be nice to get experience in the pageantry field. I did the Miss BC pageant in 2014, and I had collected the most money for the Canadian Cancer Society. So that's why I got recognized for, and I got crowned Miss Charity British Columbia 2014.
Wow.
It was such an honor. It was such an honor for that title because it was my very first fundraiser ever. And just to be able to, get all those funds for the Canadian Cancer Society, it felt really good that I could make a difference.
Wow, a true role model who is, exploring every aspect of life for the betterment of yourself, for the betterment of the community. Who better to be then crowned Miss India Canada?
Yes.
So we want to find out a lot about that journey just coming up.
Okay.
But उससे पहले लेते एक छोटा सा break. Spotlight में फिर से आपका स्वागत है. We are talking to the 2016 Miss India Canada, Miss Tanpreet Parmar. So Tanpreet, we heard about how you're an all-rounder, and that's why you deserve this title.
Oh, thank you so much.
So before we get into your journey, tell us, why did you decide to pursue this title?
So I really like the fact that Miss India Canada has the Miss India and Canada. Being a Canadian, being an Indian, I can represent both cultures. So that's what really drew me to it. I had no idea what this entire organization was about because I'm from Vancouver. So, traveling to Toronto on my own and to do this pageant was definitely a risk and a challenge at the same time. I had no idea what to expect, but it was a phenomenal experience. So the pageant, I did apply for it and I got accepted. And then I flew out and I did the pageant and it was a very good experience. So there's about 16 girls and they actually narrow it down to 16. So they get a bunch of applications and you have to go through a process. After that, we did like a 3-day training, 2 to 3 days, I think it was 3. A 3-day training where they teach you, how to talk, how to stand, how to speak, communicate, choreography for the pageant. And it was quite a bit of preparation. I did it all in Vancouver and I came out here, we went through the training. And then the main show day happened where they do it's an evening gown round where you introduce yourself. So that's when the judges get to see you. You speak for the first time. It's the very first impression, which is very important. And then after that, they do the talent round. For the talent, I did a dance. It was a Bollywood with a mix of Bhangra in it.
Nice.
And that's what I did for the talent portion. And then after that, we come out in an Indian outfit of your own choice, do a nice walk. They narrow it down to top 5. And then the top 5 does a question and answer. It's all at random. You don't know. You just have to pick out of a little bowl. You get a judge. They ask you a question. And then after that, they announce the winners.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how did it feel when your name got announced?
I honestly could not believe it. I started crying. So if you actually see my video for when I get crowned, I was crying and it was hard to hold my emotions in because, it's that feeling of accomplishment. When you really work hard for something and it's something that you really want, it feels amazing when you actually achieve that goal. And I had written, when I had applied for this pageant, I like to write out my thoughts and my goals. I really believe in the law of attraction. So it's like what you think is what you attract. And I wrote that I am Miss India Canada 2016. And this was months before the pageant. And then eventually when I got crowned, it just felt so unreal. It was an amazing experience, yeah.
I'm getting goosebumps listening to you.
I know,
can
it scares
hear
me.
the joy in your voice.
Yeah.
It sounds like it was an amazing journey, and what's lying ahead of you is even more amazing. It's interesting, like you said, you think something and you work hard towards it, it will happen. So you put it out to the universe and the universe
the universe will give it back to you, and that's what I did. I was always positive, and it was funny because during the pageant training and like even before when I was preparing for the pageant, I had so many things go wrong for me. Like my phone broke a day before I even was coming to Toronto. My dress had ripped, my pageant heels had broken. So everything was going wrong, but at the same time, I just kept telling myself, it's okay, this is supposed to happen, and it's gonna be all right, and I'll get through it, and I did.
Love it. Your positivity,
all the time.
kept going, and no matter what bad, you knew you wanted to get that title,
Definitely.
and you kept up your confidence and positivity.
Yes.
That's great. I just wanted to take a step back. Interesting. Yes, you're in Vancouver. So all this grooming, you got trained in Vancouver. Is that what the organization does for applicants from different provinces? Or?
So I'm actually self-taught. Everything that I've done in my life, I've never had any training. Even when I started modeling and acting, I had no idea how to walk. I taught myself. I would just practice in my room, walk with my heels, and that was it. And I felt that I learned through my experiences. You learn how to pose better when you're in front of a camera after like the second, third time. And even walking, you watch yourself and then you can critique yourself and then you see how you're doing and how you can do better. So that's how I taught myself everything. Even when it came to pageantry and for this pageant, I didn't get any professional training. I did get choreographed for my dance, for my talent, because I'm not a choreographer. And otherwise I prepared for it myself. I'm very grateful for my sponsors who, provided all my outfits for me and made my process and my journey easier.
Love it.
Yeah.
You're so persistent and you have set your mind on it. So everything is possible, and I'm loving this girl or this gorgeous beauty by the minute every time, with the more we talk.
Yeah, and I'm actually pageant training right now as well. So I've been pageant training after the Miss BC pageant, so I train girls as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you're mentors to them.
I do. This last year I trained 3 girls and 2 of them won a title at the Miss BC pageant. So it's such a great feeling.
That's awesome. So all in all, would you say the Miss India Canada organization is somebody?
Absolutely amazing. I've only done 2 pageants, but I have to say the Miss India Canada pageant is very well organized. They take care of you, and I just actually hosted the Suhag show yesterday in Toronto, and the whole organization, Suhag, Miss India Canada, are wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah, very organized, very professional.
That's good to know, because sometimes, there are some scams or fraudulent schemes out there, but it sounds like Miss India Canada is just wonderful through the whole journey from beginning to end.
They give you so many opportunities just to come, they bring in girls from all over the province, and it's just really nice that they are so accepting and welcoming. They take care of you, they make sure you're trained, whether you have experience or not, and they make you feel comfortable.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So now what do you plan to do with this title?
Well, my journey just started not too long ago. I'm very excited. I'm starting off doing everything out here in Toronto, but I will be traveling to India, most likely in the month of March. And I plan on doing a lot of talks out there. I want to meet girls and guys too, and just talk about confidence and self-esteem. I think that's something that is really close to me and really important, because those are the 2 things that got me through my journey in life. And I want to be able to share it and help others develop that within themselves. So I will be doing that. I'm planning on doing a food drive and a clothing drive in India. Everything is in the process right now, but I will be keeping everyone posted with my journey and making sure to let everyone know when and where I'm doing everything.
Exciting, and we are so proud of everything that you're doing right now and will be doing. Now, I would like to take this chance to ask you one question for those viewers out there. A lot of them who think that pageants are just pageants.
Yeah.
You are already telling me that it's different. Pageants make a whole different world out there. What would you tell to those viewers who dismiss pageants as just being pageants?
I would tell them to come visit us and actually watch us and go to a pageant and experience it. Pageants are absolutely amazing. They bring together such talented women and men. There's pageants for men too now. And one thing I want to say is that I have never met such talented people in my life who have such great goals and platforms. Pageants give us resources and the platform to actually create a change. my change is I want to help others, especially, young women, to develop self-love, confidence, and self-esteem within themselves. And the Miss India Canada pageant is giving me that platform. They're providing me with all these resources to be able to do that. And to be able to be that role model is just a wonderful feeling. I have young girls come to me every day and tell me that you inspire me and you're my role model. Please mentor me, tell me what I can do. And it's because that these pageants are allowing us to do so, right? It's giving us that exposure, it is putting us out there. But it's not just about beauty, it's about beauty and brains, right? We're women with a purpose.
Awesome,
Yeah.
Well said, and you encompass it all. We want to
Thank
find out
you.
more.
Yes.
लेकिन उससे पहले लेते एक छोटा सा ब्रेक. Welcome back to Spotlight. We are talking to the reigning Miss India Canada, Miss Tanpreet Parmar. So Tanpreet, so excited, all-rounder, looking forward to all your journey with your title. I'm going to digress for a bit. Now, you already have a lot on your plate, but I wonder if you get some free time, is there anything you like to do?
So during my free time, because I am a business student, I am going to school, and during my free time is when I actually do all my modeling, my acting, or I host as well. So sometimes I'll be hosting events and pageant training. I do that in my free time. But I also love a lot of downtime. So I like just being home, spending time with my family, putting on my pajamas and being comfortable. And I love going to the gym. I like working out and living that healthy lifestyle whenever I can. So sometimes I just like to sit back and relax. We need that too.
And I love it. That's why I find you're so grounded, so humble. So Tanpreet is really a real, next door girl, but who has followed your dreams and passions and making it big right now.
Thank you, that's very sweet.
So in the near future, we heard there's a lot you're doing, you're traveling to India.
Yeah.
But I was just wondering, if you see yourself, say 10 years from now, what is your vision for yourself? You
know what, that's a really good question, because you never know where you're going to be in your life. So I never knew today that I would be Miss India Canada. And it drives me crazy to even think that where will I be, because I would love to know, but all I'm planning on doing in my life, in the next few years and hopefully in the next 10 years, I just want to keep growing and learning. My goal is to inspire and be inspired. So I want to continue inspiring girls and women out there, and I want to be inspired myself to do better in life, to grow, maybe take on more opportunities. I want to complete my schooling and possibly even pursue broadcasting. I'm really enjoying that. So there's a lot of things that I want to do, and I just hope I can accomplish all of that, hopefully before the 10 years.
I hope so too. Maybe we can be co-hosts one day.
That would be great. We can host our own show.
Sure. That would be great. Well, it'll be lovely doing that with you. You have done so much by inspiring not just me, but all our viewers today with everything that you do. But it's also the way you exude your positivity, the confidence, and you've already given us some great insight into things. But is there any words of advice you have for viewers out there who want to be like you, but they're struggling with the fear of, will I make it or not?
Yeah, for sure. You know what? That's one thing that's really close to my heart, and it really makes me worried, because I don't like it when actually girls tell me that they don't want to do something because they don't think they're good enough. And at times I used to doubt myself too, but my family would always bring me back up. And what I have to say to everyone is that just do what you love and do what makes you happy. It's okay if you make mistakes. We're supposed to make mistakes. That's how we learn and that's how we grow. Just love yourself, embrace in confidence, and embrace in perseverance. Perseverance is everything. So make mistakes, fall down, but get back up. And we all do it. And just be happy, remain positive the entire time, and you will get to where you want to be in life. Take it from me, I have made many mistakes, and look where I am now. Now I feel proud and accomplished for where I've come in life, and that's all I have to say. And if you still feel the way that you feel, if you feel like you're doubting yourself, go talk to someone, talk to me. I'm happy to help.
A true mentor.
Yeah, anyone can reach out to me whenever.
I love it. You keep it real, so it makes it easier for me to relate to you and for our viewers to relate to you. So there's a whole journey ahead of you. We had so little time to talk to you today. So where can we find out more information or follow your journey?
Yeah, so if somebody actually wants to reach out to me, they can always email me. My email is on my Instagram. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's at Tanpreet Parmar. So it's very simple, and they can just contact me through there and they can follow my journey. I'm happy to share.
Thank you so much, Tanpreet. It's been great talking to you today, and we will be following her on social media and all the venues, and we look forward to all the amazing, wonderful projects that's going to come out through your direction.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you. तो ये थे मिस तनप्रीत परमार, जिन्होंने हमें एहसास दिलाया है कि our dreams can come true if we persevere and keep a positive attitude. Well, that's a wrap for this week's show. Thank you for watching us. Continue to get updates on Facebook and Twitter, and write to me at spotlight@ethnicchannels.com. Thank you to Mr. Dinesh Ramsey for sponsoring my wardrobe for today. Until next week, this is Amitha, encouraging you to follow your passions, carve out your own spotlight.